My name is Francisco Torres.
Hi,
Francisco.
People are talking, wait for them to be respectful and quiet. Okay.
Like most of the ones that have come out here, I did start right away leaving classroom, nodding to the people. And I was walking down the hallway. Most people don't even react to you acknowledging them.
To me.
And to me, most people that did make eye contact didn't seem to know how to react, what to do. And those that made eye contact, just like froze up. But there were a few people that did reciprocate the respect, did smile back. I arrived at the elevator and I was ready to go in first, but I respectfully let some ladies go in. And they reciprocated respect. They even said thank you. They smiled back. And one lady even started a conversation with walking up the hallway. So, but most people do not acknowledge.
Right. That's just a state of affairs, but that shouldn't discourage you from trying. And then out in the real world, did you have any further experience?
Yes.
By the way, when I talk, you put the camera on me. Hi, Francisco. All right, now back on you.
Yes, I kept doing it throughout the day today. And some people do recognize you and do show respect also.
Some people, some of the students observed that they noticed they had better luck with some older people than they had with younger people. Did you find that experience? Was that your experience?
Yes, older people seem to respond more favorably. Although, like I said, the ladies, they were different ages, and they all responded.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, so not only did it
We're rolling. Good.
When I was small, my dad had a favorite saying, especially when he sent us to look for things. He would send me to the tool shed and said, bring me this tool. And I go out and I couldn't. Look, it's by the thing in the middle by the top. So I go and I look and I couldn't find it. Because Dad, it's not there. Oh, I told you it's right there by the top in the middle. And if it's not there, look lefter. I go, lefter? Dad, that's not even a word. Look, I'm not in school, Mr. Rogers. Well, that was my father's way of dealing with further learning. That's the way he used to tell us, to let us know that he had nothing else to learn. We were the ones in school. But it's interesting that a lot of people have that point of view. They consider that by a certain age, or when they get older, they have nothing else to learn. So I ask you, are you ever too old to learn? Are you ever too old to learn? Well, the answer is no. And I will give you 3 reasons. First, I will show you what studies have shown in regards to the brain capacity to continue learning. Second, I will give you present-day examples of people that continue learning throughout their age. And third, I will talk about institutions that are available for continuing learning and for whom they are. So this is very important to have an open mind about continuing learning, not only for economical reasons, but it can greatly improve your life. You can benefit by expanding your horizons, and this will in turn benefit you personally, not only in the present, but in the future.
Thank you. What would you like to continue from the rear row?
My name is Koichi.
Hi, Koichi.
I liked how you used the personal experience as an anecdote instead of just a straight joke.
Yeah, and it was nice that he waited for everyone to start, and then he told a very humorous and cute story. It was really quite pertinent and relevant to his presentation, right? How can he improve?
I think he did fine. It's perfect like Jesus.
have to know your limitations.
You have to know your limitations. I learned to swim, yeah. Okay. Well, anybody else want to comment? Your, tonight, this time, your goals were to control your nervousness, to have a better power stance, and to have eye contact with the rest of the audience. And that tracks essentially with the things we talked about. I talked about your arms before being behind your back, and was interested in your eye contact. And I thought you did a much better job this time, and that certainly was an improvement. But how do you assess your performance this time?
I think I did well, and much better than last time.
Yes.
And I even use my hands in the front now.
Yes, I think you did much better. You want to be careful, and you'll see that you want to be careful about this, what I call steepling. You don't want to give off that feeling of superiority to your audience. You want to just be open to them. Okay. Other than that, and this is a quibble. You did a really good job, and I think that you want to make it clear that this is the preview, so you want to say, so in my speech this afternoon, I'll mention 3 points, and that way they really know it's a preview. Other than that, what did you learn today that you didn't know before?
Practice, practice, practice. And now I understand that it is possible to give a speech without having notes in front of you.
Absolutely right.
And for a short speech, it's the Lexis works.
Well, it works for longer ones too. I just, today at UCLA, in my 1 o'clock class, I had 6-minute speeches. And the same system, over here I've taught 9, 10 years now, no one's ever used that, so it works. You just have to work the system.
I'm speaking in maybe like 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You might have to have
yeah,
some
there's techniques for the longer ones too. Okay, well, set even higher standards, you're doing better.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Francisco Torres.
Hi, Francisco.
A song that Harry Melvin and the Blue Notes in the early 70s, entitled If You Don't Know Me By Now, states appropriately what most people expect, as I do, that as time passes, people like your family and friends should know you. Well, I want to share with you today a film entitled Phenomenon. And I will show you how this film affected me. It made me cry. It made me feel sad and angry at the same time. And it also made me extremely appreciative. There are some significant themes throughout the film, some which will be of great use to you. It deals with themes like undue wallowing, showing appreciation for those that love you, and also how to better yourself in life. The first way that this film affected me is that it made me cry. The incident in the film that made me feel this way was that the character, George, is towards the end of the film, he's in the hospital, and the doctor finally lets him know that he has a malignant brain tumor. At first, George cries, but then he turns around and with a new perspective, positively, he says, I'm going to deal with this whatever time I have left. Well, this incident reminded me of something similar happened to me. It's when I found out that I also was in the hospital. I had passed out at work without knowing it. I was leaving internally. And when I was in the hospital, finally the doctor came in and said, you have a cryptogenic cirrhosis of the liver. And you need a liver transplant. And you need it now. And I said, I do. And that incident reminded me of that because here I was, that I needed a liver, they didn't know the cause of it, and I had a rare blood type. So what are my chances of getting a liver transplant? So that's why that scene affected me. It made me cry.
Good.
The second way that the incident or the film affected me is when it made me angry and sad at the same time. The incident in the film that did this was when George's longtime friends were gathered in their favorite place. And they were talking about George. And you could see the way they were changing. the way they were dealing about George. And they were blaming George for things when the persons that were changing were them and not George. George was the same person. But for the fact that he had a malignant brain tumor, he hadn't changed. Well, the reason this incident affected me, that made me feel angry and sad, is it reminded me of how some members of my family and friends reacted when they found out I needed a liver transplant. Some of them started to blame me. And knowing the kind of person I am, I said, why am I at fault? Well, you probably took drugs. Oh, no, you were an alcoholic. No, you're a drunk. When they knew I wasn't that type of person, even the medical test stated cryptogenic. We don't know the cause. But we know it wasn't because of alcohol. It wasn't because of drugs. It wasn't because of hepatitis. We don't know why your liver was affected. And here my family and friends were treating me that way. The third way it affected
When they treated me that way, I was angry.
yeah, that's what made me angry and sad at the same time.
Good.
But the third way it affected me, the film, it made me extremely appreciative. The incident in the film that made me feel this way, extremely appreciative, is when George, in the hospital, when he finds out he has a brain tumor, his close friends are there, and his girlfriend is there too. And he asks his girlfriend, will you love me the rest of my life? She says, no. I will love you the rest of my life. That made me extremely appreciative because when I was in the hospital, going through all this and the doctor's telling me, my wife finally arrives. She's informed of what I have. She's told he needs a liver transplant and we need to do it as soon as possible. First thing she does is go over to me and says, honey, don't worry, we'll get through this. And that reminded me of our marriage vows. Here we are, 9 days from our 24th anniversary. I'm in the hospital, finding out I need a liver transplant. And we had vowed to love each other in health and in sickness. And here I was sick. I never expected that. But she assured me, everything's gonna be all right, don't worry about it. And without missing a beat, she turns to the doctor and says, how much liver do you need for him? Well, the doctor says, short lady, you can't give him any portion of your liver. You're just too small. But yet, I have many reasons to be appreciative of my wife, not only because she offered, but she's been sticking with me through all my anguish. All these 5 years till this very day, she's very supportive. Anything I need, and she's there with me. So in summary, I have shown you 3 ways in which this film has moved me. It made me cry. It made me angry and sad at the same time. But it made me extremely appreciative. There should be no doubt in anybody's mind that today, that I've showed you the phenomenon this movie has really moved me. There's an old Hebrew proverb that says that a friend loves in all times and is born for when there is anguish. Which brings me back to the song that I mentioned at the beginning. Remember Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes? If you don't love me by now, if you don't know me, you will never, never, never know me. So I say to all of you, take the time. Take the time to know your family and friends.
Well, that took my breath away. Renee, what did you like? Renee? What did you think?
Hi, Renee. I think overall you did very, very well. Everything connected and you did good.
Moon, how can he improve?
He's perfect.
Like you?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Well, let me first, well, Al, what'd you think?
Well, I thought it was one of the more exceptional speeches that we've ever seen, even at UCLA and over here. I thought you found really good emotional topics to connect with the audience. On a scale of 1 to 10, the genuineness of it was a 10. You had your outline down. So the clock's still ticking. Wow.
Mickey Mantle went ahead.
Yeah, that would have been maybe something that you might want to mention at the end, because I was still laying in and thinking, what happened? That's something to work on. I noticed one thing. I'm just going to be nitpicking at things, because it's almost right there at the top. There's little things that you might be able to improve. There's some pronunciation and enunciation issues at times. I have to think to myself, what did you just say, and then fix it somewhere in the middle. So I want to take some time to actually say the words. I noticed that you have this huge keychain coming down your leg on the phone. So my attention goes to the glare of the key sometimes. So that's one thing. But other than that,
And I mentioned at the Maryland before about the glitter use of the jewelry and I just wanted to remember to turn my phone off right now because it's about to ring. Yeah, thank you. Well, let's first let's talk about. You notice he walked, and the walk is real important. So now let's all learn how to walk. The thing is, you want to move 3 times during a speech. The research supports this, and there's a bunch of different reasons why you want to move and walk. First thing is it's good for you. It takes a little of the tension out of your kinesiology, out of your limbs, and you're able to move and walk. And if you're able to move and walk a little bit, then you're not so tense. It's hard to hold in the nervousness if you're walking. Secondly, though, remember, when we do walk, we still want to come back to the power stance. And here's what the research suggests. You walk to one side of the room, and you work that side for one part of the speech, say, the first way the film moved me. Then you walk over to this side and work this side of the room for the second part of the speech. And then you come back to the center for the third part of your speech, okay? And so you end up in the center of the room. So it's right 3 steps, left 5 steps, and 3 steps back to center. And we'll all stand up and try that in a moment. There's one more thing that's important, and that is you must never cross when you walk. Your walk must be invisible. And by crossing your foot over, you see that's not very smooth or suave, is it? And so you want to turn the way you're going to walk, and you step that way. So if I'm going to walk right, I turn right, step right, 1, 2, 3. And you notice I keep cheating forward. I didn't go like this. I didn't put my butt to Christian and Vanessa, right? What's wrong with me putting my butt to them? It's rude, but I can't watch them. I can't watch a whole half of the audience. Remember, you always want to be able to monitor your audience at all times. And so that's why you cheat forward the whole time. So you turn right, step right, 1, 2, 3. I still have my peripheral vision and it works there. Now I turn left, step left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I end up over here in the power stance again. I work this side of the room, occasionally glancing at that room. That was one of my things that I wrote down for you, Francisco, that I noticed when you were working one side or the other, you pretty much excluded the other side. Give them a glance or two over there so that they don't feel completely excluded, even though you're working this side of the room. And then 1, 2, 3, back to center. All right, let's all stand up and practice walking. Remember, we always go from theory to practice, right? All right, so we're going to all turn, we're going to walk to the right first. So y'all have, we're going to turn, yeah, that's your right. Turn right, step right, 1, 2, 3. Okay? 2, 3. Turn left, step left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You turn your shoulders almost completely sideways. Okay, let's turn right, step right, back to center. 1, 2, 3. Okay? You guys get it? So turn right, step right, 1, 2, 3. Turn left, step left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, cheating forward. Turn right, step right, 1, right, step right. 1, 2, 3. Turn left, step left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn right, step right. 1, 2, 3. Always coming back to the power stance. Remember the triangle, the tripod, how powerful that triangle is. Remember the triangle on the tripod here. You can't knock it over, can you? It's very powerful. Don't walk and then come up and do this or, do this kind of thing. Just get back into the power stance. Okay, let's have a seat. Francisco, let me just really briefly ask if you'll leave your tape at the end of the semester as a model for other students to see. Let me just go through just why I thought this was just so exceptional. The quote in the beginning was really right on target, and the transition into your thesis statement and your significance statement was all just done perfectly, sincerely. It was really quite excellent. The cry, the pace got a little bit slow, but it still worked for you. You couldn't have gone too much faster because you would have lost some of your emotional impact. I already talked to you about how to walk. And the emotional connection was the strongest that I've seen, the most genuine that I've seen here at UCLA in a couple of quarters. It was particularly powerful. And a part of it, you lose a little of the immediacy when you see it on videotape. Martha had that kind of impact in that film, the first one I showed you, where her grandfather died, and she talked about her boyfriend not getting permission to marry her, and the little baby Matthew dying. There were a lot of people literally weeping after Martha's speech. But in any case, you made a very strong personal connection. This was nearly a model and perfect speech. What did you learn today that you didn't know before? What are you most proud of?
The walking, because we didn't get instructions, but
You got it now.
I got it now, and I'm proud that I did it.
You
I
never
appreciate
got
your
it, son.
comments. Part of it is part of the, that's
By
why
the
I
way, you
decided
came
to.
in late. This is Al.
Oh, I know. Part of the problem with liver is encephalopathy, which is accumulation of ammonia in the brain, which I have to fight so I can measure do that. And that's why I'm back at school, I have to
Keep
keep in mind everything.
Okay.
And I appreciate it.
Set even higher standards and doing better now.
I'm sorry, there's like a battery symbol flashing.
Oh.
Battery is low.
One, pick it up.
I'm sorry.
Good afternoon, my name is Francisco Torres.
Hi, Francisco.
If you can, I would like you to close your eyes while I describe a scene for you. Imagine yourself in the middle of the ocean, with no one in sight, no land nearby, and you're drowning. How do you feel?
That woke me up.
How do you feel? Well, today, I want to persuade you to be an organ donor. And I'll give you 2 reasons for doing that. And I'll give you 3 actions to take and some of the benefits you will reap. This is very important because there's an alarming problem that not only affects a lot of people in the United States, but I'm going to bring it home to you and show you how in Southern California there's an alarming problem that has to do with the shortage of organ donors. This is alarming because people are dying due to the shortage. So the first reason that I want to share with you why you should be an organ donor has to do with what the statistics show. That in the United States, there's about 92,000 people that are on a waiting list only 15,000 available organ donors. To bring it more close to home, in California, there's 20,000 people waiting for an organ, and there's only 1,000 available organs for these people. So that's why I feel strongly about this, and passionately, and helpless at the same time, because I have two friends that are waiting for kidneys. Well, one actually recently did receive a kidney, and he's doing better. Another one has been waiting for years, and he had to be matched. I felt helpless because I myself am not in good health to be able to provide an organ for him. And that's why I feel strongly about this. My support for this information comes from the Orange County Register, which shows the statistics, and the UNOS website, which is the United Network for Organ Sharing, which prove that there's that many people, not only in the United States, but in Southern California, that are being affected. The second reason that I want you to become an organ donor is that you don't have to wait necessarily, God forbid, that you die to be an organ donor. There's a program where you can be a live donor. Well, what's a live donor? A live donor is when you can donate an organ while you're still alive, and this could be one kidney, lung lobe, part of your pancreas, or even a portion of your liver. In regards to liver donations, one of the good things about it is that your liver will regenerate in a matter of weeks, and you'll regain what you donated. So that's one benefit you'll get. But I feel strongly about this, and my support for this is, again, the UNOS website that shows the feasibility of a live donor and has all the medical support from medical doctors and hospitals that perform transplants. But I feel strongly about this because, as I've shared with you, I myself am waiting for a liver transplant. I've been waiting for over 5 years, and I'm one of those 20,000 statistics that I'm on the list, and yet there's not liver available for me at this time. Sometimes I get very fatigued, my health is not too well. Sometimes I can't even get out of bed, and I have that desperate feeling like how do you feel as you were drowning with no help in sight? So that's why I feel strongly about you becoming an organ donor today and thinking seriously about this. I want to share with you 3 actions that you can do to become an organ donor. First, you can fill out an organ and tissue donor card, which you can download in most websites like matchingdonors.com or unos.com, or from California, you can download and fill out these donor cards. Second, if you have a driver's license, which means that you can drive, when you go to DMV, or you can go to DMV and ask to be an organ donor, and you place a sticker on your license. So that way, if something, heaven forbid, happens to you, you can become an organ donor. And third, let your family and friends know. If you do become an organ donor, inform them. Let them know that you want to be on an organ list to be transplanted to other people. So that way, when it comes to the time and you're in an accident and you ask the family, can we use their organ? They'll know ahead of time, say, yeah, that's what his wishes was, or her wishes. So that's why I give you 3 reasons, 3 actions that you can take. One of the benefits is, well, the first one, if you become a live donor, you don't have to wait until, God forbid, you die. If you give like a portion of your liver, it's like giving a loan, because in a matter of weeks, your body will regenerate that portion that you donated. So you'll be loaning somebody a gift of life, and you'll have that satisfaction of doing that. And that's the ultimate satisfaction, knowing that you can help somebody that is gravely ill to have a better quality of life, and not be one of those 17 that die every day because they couldn't get an organ. Knowing that you have saved somebody is an ultimate high. So that's one of the benefits. And if you do that, God forbid, know that if you donate your organs, you could possibly save 50 other people. So think about this seriously. In summary, I have shown you 2 reasons why you should become an organ donor. I've shown you 3 actions to take, and I've shown you some of the benefits. In conclusion, there should be no doubt in this room today that you should be an organ donor and think seriously about it. Remember when I had you think about it at the beginning? How would you feel if you're drowning in the middle of the ocean with no help in sight? Well, now put yourself on a boat. You're passing by, and you see somebody drowning, who would you do now? Would you throw him a lifeline? Or would you let him drown? Well, long ago, a very wise man said, the greatest love of all is giving the gift of life for your friends. This was Jesus Christ. He said it 2,000 years ago, and it still stands true.